What's up, Giants fans, Hub watchers, YouTube subscribers, Twitter and Instagram followers? It's your boy Noname back at it again with another New York Giants video or live stream. I should say. I get real into the intro of my videos here, and I just kind of go with it. I don't know if that ever happens to you, but we back with another live stream, another episode of the Just Chillin' podcast. This week's guest is, of course, Pest the Analyst, also known as Pestilence on Twitter. His links are down below. Go over to his YouTube channel. I have a link down there. Sub him up. Go over to Twitter. Follow him. So, Pest, welcome on board, man. Tell us a little about yourself, man. How you doing?
Oh, man, I'm doing fantastic. I'm real happy to, be here with you tonight. I'm a big fan of your work, brother. I lurk on your channel all the time. Hey, man, I'm doing good, man. I'm blessed. Everything's great, man.
Well, glad to hear that, man, especially in these times. Hope you're staying safe. Hope the family is safe and all that. So, Pest, before we get into it, like I asked you beforehand, I find it very interesting. It's a pretty creative name because usually everybody out here, we got something related to the Giants when it comes to Giants YouTube channel. But you have a more interesting story when it comes to your name, if you could share it with the people.
So Pest the Analyst is the name. I am a semi-retired musician. And as a musician, I went by Pestilence. Pestilence was a nickname that was given to me back in high school. Like, I've been Pestilence for a long ass time. So when I decided that I was going to start doing YouTube, the first thing you got to have is a name. Like, you got to have a name. And I was just like, man, I don't even know what I'm going to call myself. I don't know what I'm going to go by. Am I going to just be Pestilence? Am I going to be Pest? And we didn't actually even get into this part, but I was talking to somebody. We were talking about football, and he was like, "Oh yeah, so are you an analyst?" And it like rung in my head.
I mean, it has a pretty good ring to it.
I was like, you know what? Yeah, I am. And so PTA Sports, or Pest the Analyst Sports, that's how the name was born.
Now, Pest, why this kind of, I might be putting you on the hot seat here a little bit early, but why should the people go over to your channel, man? What's different about it? Why should we go over there and sub you up? Listen, I know why, but they don't.
Okay, so couple of reasons why. The first reason why is because I'm never going to sugarcoat anything I say. All right, I'm not a homer for the New York Giants. I love the New York Giants. I'm a big New York Giants fan, but I'm gonna always give you the real scoop. I'm always give you the real deal. I'm going to give you my opinion, okay? I'm not always going to bring you facts, but I'm going to give you my opinion. And my opinion is not given to get people to come to my channel, all right? I got like 250 subscribers. I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this because I enjoy doing this, all right? I enjoy interacting with the people that hop in my live streams. I enjoy interacting with the people who, hit my comment section. So, like, that's the first thing is, listen, I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm here to tell you what I want to say. The other thing, though, is that, like, we got a really good Giants community, man. Like, our Giants community is fantastic. But one thing that we don't have in our Giants community that I've seen so far is someone who's coached football. Now, I've been a coach.
You have coached football.
I have.
This is new information to me.
I have coached
personally.
Football. I talk about it all the time. I played football. Wow, man, I played football for like 30 years, off and on for 30 years, from high school to
like semi-pro, arena level. What level are we talking about?
Well, so like semi-pro. I played a lot of semi-pro, and then I started coaching. And do I have it up in here? I think I do have it up in here. I started coaching. I don't know where I put it. I put it over here. Hold on a second. So I started coaching. And I'm gonna actually show you like one of my most prized possessions here, man. This really means a whole lot to me.
And shout out to Jaden Dawkins and Edward Chan in the chat. Thank you guys for tuning in, man.
I can't see the chat. I'm gonna have to pull it up on my phone. But this right here is one of my prized possessions, man.
That's a ring.
This is I've won quite a few championships playing football, but this is the first championship that I've won as a part of a coaching staff.
Mm-hmm.
I was defensive line, defensive coordinator, and like I said, that's like one of my my most prized things, man. Because when you're playing, it's you're in control of yourself, But when you're coaching, man, you've got a lot more responsibility because you got every player that's got to buy into what you're trying to sell them in order for us to win. And we went undefeated that year, by the way. And this was not
Strong season right there.
Yeah, this was not like, a bunch of nobodies, man. The people that were in these leagues were very athletic. Like when I say these are semi-professional players, man, they're semi-professional players. They train all day long. All right. That like they train for other reasons. We're not going to get into the other reasons, but they train for other reasons, but they are athletically gifted individuals that we're playing against. So like I've played football, I've coached football. That does not mean I have all the answers in football. That does not mean that I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread when it comes
I
to
can guarantee you got some answers that some of us haven't come up with though.
Sometimes listen, I'm not because if I was the greatest thing since sliced bread as a coach, all right, I wouldn't be sitting in this seat talking on YouTube. I'd be like I'd be on a college staff, or I'd be on a pro staff, or I'd be somewhere where my career was dedicated to being a football coach. I'm not a football coach, but I do have the insight from the perspective of a coach. So a lot of times I'll break down things that I see from a coach's eyes, and a lot of times I break it down as a fan too. So that's another reason why you should come check me out. Plus, I'm always here for the smoke. So I don't block no one. I don't hide from them. I don't run from you. Okay. If you don't agree with what I got to say, we can have a conversation about it.
Pull them up on the PTA Sports live sports chat that you do every week.
Yeah. Every Wednesday I'm live, man. And I'm always here for the smoke.
Exactly. So, you know what? That's actually something pretty good because I didn't know. I knew you played football for a long time because I'd be tuning in sometimes. I'd be lurking over there too. But I never knew you coached. So, you know what? That actually brings up a pretty interesting thing we could hop into, man. Okay. You said you know what it takes, or you know some insight of what it takes to get these guys to buy into what you're preaching.
Correct.
You think the Giants are buying into what Joe Judge is preaching? Because as a fan, I am. But what do you think?
Listen, let me tell you something. And and like this stuff that I'm getting ready to say, man, I've said it on Wax. I've said it on Twitter. Yo, when Joe Judge talks, it don't matter what I'm doing. Like, I don't care what it is I'm doing. I stop what I'm doing and I listen to this man. All right. It's just something about the way that this guy, I don't know. It's just something about the way he puts his words together. It's something about the way that like the flow of what he's saying and the things that he says makes sense. Now, a lot of the stuff that he's saying is coach speak, right? And it gets us all riled up as a fan base. Oh, yeah, this is great.
And like half of the time, he's deflecting questions, but he does it beautifully.
He's not telling you anything. He's not telling you anything. All right. But the things that he's saying are things that we can get behind. All right. And even like as a player, knowing that what he's giving me is kind of coach speak, I'm still like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm with what you're saying. But here's the thing. Joe Judge in front of the media and Joe Judge behind the curtain are two different people. All right. It's just like us, right? Everybody gets to looking into their window into us a couple of times a week, sometimes every day of the week. Occasionally we get to go live and you get to see us in front of this camera talking to all of you. But you don't always get to see the behind the scenes us, okay? So, like, I can't sit here and say that I 100% know that the players are buying into what Joe Judge is saying. But this is what I will say. If Joe Judge's swagger and his charisma and his honesty and his realness, if these are real qualities that are not just for show in front of the camera, then, yeah, they're buying in. Because this dude is a guy that you want to listen to. This is a dude that you want to run through a brick wall. Like that's how he makes me feel when I listen to him.
Bro, when he speaks, he doesn't speak like a rookie head coach. He speaks like he's been there for years. Yeah. And I don't know if you peeped the video the Giants uploaded on their YouTube channel. He's giving like the tour of the new facility, not new, but the new structure of the facilities. Yeah. He legitimately looks like he's been there for years and he knows the ins and out. I don't know how.
You know what? You bring up a good point. Excuse me, y'all. I had to get some caffeine up in me. It's been a long day. No, you know what? You're absolutely right, man. Because as I watched that video, I was just kind of like, yo, like this just feels so weird for a guy who's only been here for a couple of months.
No. Let me correct you. He's been with the organization for a couple months. He's only been at MetLife for less than a week.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
that to me is what makes it even more mind blowing.
But yeah, because like he's walking around, he's like, I know where that's at, and that's at, and this is, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and it's just like, damn, dude, you know all this stuff? Like, let me find out. Let me find out. Yeah, I'm in a weird spot though, right? Because this feels different. It feels different from a standpoint of like a Pat Shermer or a Ben McAdoo. This feels completely different. The entire staff, the way it's been put together, this all feels completely different. And so like I want to be jumping out the window excited. But I gotta hamper it down a bit because we ain't seen nothing. We haven't seen anything on the field. All this stuff before the game's going on off of the field is nice, but I gotta see what you do on the field before I completely buy in. But I'm like this close.
I'm really glad you bring that up because I gotta continue to say, man. I'm like, oh, there might be an echo on your MPTA. I'm kind of hearing it back. I don't know if there's a way you could turn that. Yeah, it's gone now. I don't know what you just did, but the echo is gone now.
I sat here and I pondered on what the hell you were talking about.
I'm done. But yeah, I was saying, I'm glad you brought up the point. Every time I talk about Judge, I'm like, all right, before I start, let's just get out of the way. This dude has not stepped onto the field yet. He hasn't even called a single play yet. Joe Judge could be it would hurt me, but he could be the biggest catfish in the history of catfishes. Go out on the field and stink it up.
100%.
Exactly. But I hope it doesn't happen. And you bring up a good point, too. With the way the coaching staff is built, man, top to bottom, the way that coaching staff is built, I compared it to the Avengers. You got guys like Jason Garrett as an offensive coordinator, Freddie Kitchens as a tight end coach. And let's keep it real. Freddie Kitchens and Jason Garrett were not good head coaches. They were both good offensive coordinators. And you got Kitchens, not even an offensive coordinator, tight ends coach. He's going to do great things over there. You got guys like Mark Colombo, the offensive line coach. On the defense, a bunch of guys. And this is where I say another type of disclaimer. A bunch of guys that had success at the college level. That's the disclaimer. It was the college level. Who knows how they do here? But all these guys know success. And they, in my opinion, all better than what we had last year.
Yeah. The Avengers, though?
It's just because of the assistant coaching staff. That's why I'm like, it's like these are high power guys, man.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Yeah, I get what you're saying. I can understand where you're coming from. I mean, this coaching staff is a coaching staff. It's crazy because Joe Judge said that what he wanted a coaching staff full of teachers. And these guys all seem like teachers, man. And like, this coaching staff just feels different, man. It feels different. And again, it makes me want to be like super excited.
It makes me want to sneak into the locker room and see what's up.
Yo, real talk.
Yeah.
Like, I would love, there was nothing I would love more than to just sit all the way in the back of the locker room with just zipped all the way the hell up and just listen to what he's saying.
What I would do to be a fly in the wall in MetLife Stadium.
You know what? Honestly, to be completely honest with you, I don't even want to be in the locker room. I want to be in the coach's room. Mm-hmm. I want to sit in the coach's room and I want to listen to them talk about the opponent coming up. How are we going to beat this team? That's what I want to hear. I don't really care what he's saying to the players. I want to hear what he's saying to the coaches.
That's going to be pretty, especially with who we got week 1. Steelers, Big Ben, what's his name? TJ Watt, those guys.
Yeah.
That's going to be tough.
So I just had Fallen One the King. He's a Twitch streamer, man. And he's a Steelers fan, and me and him went back and forth talking smack about the Giants and the Steelers. And I was capping a little bit, right?
What were you saying, man?
Oh, I was just talking about how bad we was going overseas, and how that Wednesday he's going to come back on my live stream. And we're gonna have somebody's gonna be having a party, and somebody's gonna be real mad. I was capping a little bit for the camera, right? But legitimately, like, I'm a little concerned. I'm not super as concerned though. Like, I'm not super concerned about the Steelers, but there is some concern there. But
what do you mean by concern? Because for me, I'm not really concerned because I'm like, if we lose to the Steelers, it would be understandable,
right?
So like, what do you mean? What do you mean by like not super concerned?
I'm not super concerned. Okay, there's a few reasons why I'm not super concerned. I'm not super concerned because, one, That game gonna be sloppy as hell. All right,
Bro, the first whole month of football is gonna be sloppy.
Yeah.
The first 4 weeks.
Sloppy as hell. It's gonna be a sloppy ass game on all fronts. So we just gotta be less sloppy. Like we don't have to out muscle the Steelers. We don't have to outpower them. We don't have to run faster than them. We just have to have a little bit more discipline than them, and we can win.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not to take away from the Steelers' talent. That's not to make it seem like the Giants have more talent than we have or whatever. All I'm saying is that all we have to do is be a little bit more disciplined. We got to make one more tackle. We got to catch one more ball. We got to make one guy miss, and
make one less mistake than them.
Yep, 100%. And that's why like the first 4 games, I'm concerned. Don't get it twisted, all right? Because I don't got the Giants winning a whole bunch of games, but I don't do predictions, all right? I'm not a mind reader. That's not what I do. But like I'm not all the way worried about our first month of football, because our first month of football is mostly about discipline. Like that's it. It's about discipline. It's about fundamentals. We play fundamentally sound, and we make less mistakes than the other team because they sloppy as hell too.
I would actually extend that and argue maybe the first 8 weeks, because at least the Steelers have been together and their coaching staff has been together for a couple of years. We're brand new in addition to just everything being sloppy, so it might be longer.
Right. No, yeah. I'm not going to sit here and act like the Giants is going to win a whole bunch of games this season. You know, if you are walking around with the mindset that this team is getting ready to be like super good, dial it back, pimping. All right, because we ain't gonna be killing a game all week. But I think that we're gonna play some good football,
and
that's all I want to see. Okay. I went at some Giants fans yesterday when I went live, right? Because I'm really sick and tired of Giants fans walking around all doom and gloom. Everything is bad. The world's coming to an end with the Giants. Like there's no way we can get better. Like there's no way that we can, become competitive in the future. I'm not talking about this season, but I'm talking about in the future, right? Because this team is building a foundation that's really damn good, but people fail to realize how good this foundation is because they're too busy crying in their cereal about Dave Gettleman. They too busy yelling at the top of their lungs about Saquon Barkley. All right. They're too busy screaming about the Leonard Williams trade, which I'm not super mad about the Leonard Williams trade. All right. Like if y'all would just take a step back, right? Take a deep breath and look at what we have done for this team, you would realize that we're moving in a good direction here. All right. But wins and losses don't matter. They didn't matter last year. They didn't matter the year before. Wins and losses don't matter.
The NFL is a parody.
Listen, all we have to do is improve. That's it.
And I'm glad you brought that up, because improve doesn't mean more wins. Improve means how you perform on the field. That's what I'm looking for this year, how they perform on the field.
100%.
And before we move on, I want to give a shout out to a couple people in the chat. Shout out to Joe Yaddo, Big Blue Wrecking Crew, Bradley, what's up? Steven, Edward Justiano. I'm pretty sure that is actually Kid Blue's dad. He says Kid Blue's dad is in the house. I'm pretty sure that is actually him.
Wait a minute. Wait, what? Who?
Edward. I pulled up the comment. I don't know if you can see it on screen now.
Is that Kid Blue's dad for real? Like
yeah, like for real. I'm pretty sure that's his actual dad.
What's up, Senior Blue?
He has 2 accounts. He has this one and then the Mr. Smurf account that he pulls up in sometime.
He be lurking.
He be lurking.
Why does Big Blue Wrecking Crew sound so familiar to me?
It's a pretty common like Giants group name type thing. Yeah. Edward out here said, PTA saw you arguing with Johnny T. LOL. Earned yourself a sub, man. You convinced me. What's the story there?
What the hell was that? Man, I argue with so many people, man. What was I? Can you tell me what I was arguing with Johnny T about? What was I arguing with about? And when was this?
Edward, let us know in the chat, bro. I'll probably scroll down and see it. I
argue with people every week, every day. I'm on Twitter. I'm arguing. I'm on YouTube. I'm arguing. I'm at work because there's a Giants fan that I work with, and I'm arguing with his ass. Is he a
pessimistic Giants fan?
Oh my God. This is a guy that said, "I just want to be like the Patriots, man. I just want to be." And I was like, "Man, shut the fuck up, man. What are you
The
talking
New York
about?
Patriots.
What are you talking about? You want to be like because they win and I'm like, you know how boring it is to be a Patriots fan. You know how boring it is. All you have to do is think back to the what was that, the 2012 season? I think it
What
was the
season are you
20
thinking of? What
the,
happened?
when Plaxico shot himself.
That was 2008.
That was 2008. Yeah, okay, yeah. That was after we beat the undefeated Patriots. Yo, that season was so fucking boring, yo. I fall asleep at Giants games. Like I fall asleep
Like,
while
that's how
watching.
good we were.
Yes. Yeah. You know how boring it is to be a Patriots fan, just to win all the damn time. Like, yes, it's nice, right? But after you've done it 3, 4 times, you're kind of just like,
I'm
oh,
convinced real Patriots fans don't even start watching Patriots football until playoffs come around.
they probably don't. They probably don't, because it's like, whatever, we're gonna win. And then you get in the playoffs and listen. I know quite a few Patriots fans who I've gone and I've talked to after the Patriots lose in the playoffs, and I'm like, "Hey man, how you feeling about the game?" And they're like, "It's all right, we'll be there next year." Like that's their mentality. Yeah, whatever. We lost. We'll be there next year.
I don't want to be. Yeah, I want to be a little bit more
I want to enjoy
emphatic than that.
win. I want to enjoy when we win. I want
Yeah,
to be bored as hell.
I want
I'm
to
just
be. I want to be like angry and sad when we lose.
right.
Exactly. Big Blue Wrecking Crew says TJ Watt gonna get clapped by Saquon. Yo, don't count it out. Remember, we said that first month of football is going to be really sloppy. Expect all the teams, not just the Giants, to be using the run a lot more than the pass, bro. Maybe TJ Watt is going to get clapped by Saquon.
He might. It wouldn't surprise me. He might.
Yo, speaking of which, we all, Twitter's been going crazy, including myself, about Daniel Jones getting buffer. But Saquon, I didn't think it was possible, but Saquon looks like he got buffer. I don't know if you see any new pics of Saquon. He looks bigger than he did last year. I didn't know that was possible.
So, right. So, like, I'm curious, right? Because I've noticed that a lot of our players, just from like looking at them, a lot of our players look fantastic. Like they look like they
Physical
look
shape
like
you
they
talk about, right?
yes. In terms of physical shape, like because I watch I'm always on the Giants YouTube page, or I'm always on
Their Twitter page.
Their Twitter page. I'm always on like Big Blue View. Big Blue View. I'm always on these
Even the
sites.
official Giants web. A lot of people be sleeping on the official Giants website. I got a lot of my stuff from the official Giants website.
I'm always on the official Giants website. So I see pictures of these players and I see videos of them showing up, and I'm looking at them like, yo, these guys look like they're in good ass shape.
You know what, Pest? I'm actually about to pull it up right now and share screen because I know exactly what you're talking about, bro. The people need to see this. But
Yeah,
continue your thoughts while I pull it up.
I'm looking at it and I'm like, yo, these guys look in good ass shape. Like they've been working their asses off over the last 4, 5, 6 months. Like these guys look incredible. I mean, like look at Daniel.
Yeah, you can see this, right? Look at this, 2020, 2019.
Daniel. Look at this guy.
Look at his quads, bro. Look at this.
He looks like an animal.
Look at his shoulders. He looked like everything's just bigger.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny because that specific page right there, that specific picture. I was sitting here earlier today. I was doing some work up here, and I FaceTime my wife, and I flipped the camera over so look at gold. Like these guys look great. They look great. But I flipped the camera over so that when she answered it was DJ, and she was like, "Is that Daniel Jones?" And my wife's a Cowboys fan. My wife's a Cowboys fan.
Look at the vein, bro.
Yeah. But my wife is actually a fan of Daniel Jones only because everyone shit on him when we got drafted. And she was like, that's not even fair. Nobody even gave him a chance.
She was just a fan of the underdog.
Yeah. She was like, I bet he's going to be good because all y'all think he sucks. Because I'm not going to front. I was pissed off when we got him.
Look at Slayton. Yeah. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but look at Slayton.
Yeah. Look at these guys. These guys look really damn good.
Jabril Peppers looks jacked.
Peppers looks jacked as shit. I'm looking at these guys, man, and I'm just like, yo, who they been working out with? Because the
Look at
Giants,
Sterling.
yeah,
Sterling Shepard has never been a buff dude, bro. Look at this.
yeah. The
He's never been
Giants,
buff.
the Giants have
And
never looked like this.
Saquon
He looks
looks like
huge.
Jesus Christ. And we already know Saquon been a lot of people forget the man broke all the weightlifting stats at Penn State and whatnot. Like he's the strongest running back in the league. He wasn't always the biggest. I think that went to Derrick Henry. God knows he's probably the biggest now, bro. Look at this dude.
Yo, he's huge. I see this and I'm just like, damn, man. Who they been working with, man? Because like the Giants don't look like this, man. They don't.
You know what they look like? They look like those Nike photos where the models are specifically like they dehydrate themselves to look like this. You know they're not dehydrating because they're in practice.
Yes. They just, man, these guys look good. And this is exactly what I was talking about, man. This is so I'm glad you read my mind when I was talking about looking at pictures of, they look good. They look good. And I'm just like, yeah, I like this. This is what you're supposed to look like coming back. Because it's so easy. And here's the thing that
I'll say this. I'm very glad that like that's legitimately, it just seems like the Giants have just been working out the entire time they've been in quarantine, bro. That's the only explanation. They're just like, all right, bro, I'm hitting the gym.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's real easy, man, in the off season to get out of shape. And it's the easiest thing in the world, bro. Like getting fat is easy. It's super easy, yo. You just sit on your ass and you eat terribly. Like it's super easy to get fat. And so like to see these guys show up and they all look jacked. They just look jacked, man. They just look ripped to shreds. And it's just like, oh man, these guys look great.
Shout out to Nikki in the chat. She was actually my very first channel member. She says, love you, Hub. Nikki, you're one of my best supporters, man. I love you too. Shout out to Nikki in the chat. Once again, very first member.
Yeah. What's up with it, Nikki?
And shout out to Wolves also, Kevin Cronin. Here's Mr. Edward Gestiano confirming that Kid Blue is his. You see the comment? I'm not reading that. Mr. Smurf account 2, love lurking and watching you guys. look at this man, bro. You got Pest turning away from the screen, bro. My God. According to Joel.
Did you say Big Blue Seed? Is that what we doing? Yo, from here on out,
I'm gonna let you stare at this comment.
From here on out,
that's what you calling Kid Blue? Is that what you calling Kid Blue from now on?
Kid Blue is now Big Blue Seed.
He's not even gonna know where it comes from, bro.
Why are you calling me that? Hey, what's going on, BBS? BBS in the building. BBS in the building.
Everybody in chat right now, don't even tell him anything. Just start referring to him as that, bro. It's gonna be our inside joke. Just refer to him as that.
Let's just start calling him BBS.
Yeah, and
BBS.
Joel Yada actually brings up a good one. I'm surprised there wasn't a picture of him, but Will Hernandez, the offensive linemen, they don't look fat, bro. They don't look like offensive linemen. They look like big tight ends now.
Yeah,
it makes no sense.
So it legitimately makes me wonder, like, did Joe Judge talk to these guys and go, yo, if you show up here with over a body fat percentage for your position, you're out of here, like, because
he's been saying everybody competing.
Yeah. He has. Nobody's got a job. And you know what? That's coach speak, first of all, to be like, oh, yeah, we're going to come here.
Yeah, I think we all know that. Like, for example, I'm pretty sure DJ, Saquon, we all knew they were going to, it's without a doubt. But the rest of the guys.
It's coach speak until a coach comes there and says, no, none of you bitches have jobs. All y'all got to earn them. I don't give a shit if you were to start last year. And I kind of feel like maybe Judge is like, yeah, y'all going to earn your jobs. There's some of y'all that's real close.
If he comes out and says that, the team might just lose the team if he says that outright.
Yeah. I just, listen, something's different, man. I'm not sitting here trying to be like a prophet here and calling that this is gonna work and everything is gonna be great. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I've been watching this team for a really, really long time, man. And this feels different. And let me tell you, the last time I felt like this.
The last time you just felt just something was gonna happen.
The last time I felt like, man, something's different about this team. Tom Coughlin was around.
That's only a good sign, man.
That was the last time I felt like.
Bro, can you remember a specific year though?
So It was 2007, to be completely honest.
You're lying. The year they went all the way.
But I'm gonna tell you. But I'm gonna tell you when I knew. I'm gonna
Mhm.
tell you when I knew it was special. I knew it was special when we played the Patriots at the end of the season that year. Something about that game, and I remember I had a friend. So it wasn't the beginning of the year, no, because the beginning of that year I was like, this fucking team sucks. Because we did. We sucked the beginning of the year. I lived in
Both the Super
Dallas.
Bowl season, it was the second half of
Yeah,
the season where they
yeah.
took off.
I lived in Dallas. I lived in Fort Worth. I lived in Dallas, Fort Worth
I'm
area.
sorry about that. Sorry you had to go through that.
You know what? Actually, it wasn't that bad of a spot, man. It's just too many
Don't try and defend it, bro. You're gonna look like Kid Buu. Kid Buu be looking like a Dallas fan sometimes.
It's it was too many. Listen, truth be told, I'm a Texas resident at this point. I'm from Jersey, and I
Okay.
always rep Jersey, but I'm a Texas resident, mostly because there's no state taxes. All right, and the gun laws are great in Texas. All right,
I can respect that.
they are, but like the fact of the matter is that like, I remember I was sitting there, I was watching that game, right, and I was like, well, you know what? It kind of doesn't matter what happens with this game, right? We're already in the playoffs. Let's just see how we play this team. Like, let's see. We're gonna lose this game, but let's see how we play this team. This is what's gonna let me know. And as I sat there and I watched that team, my phone was blowing up. My phone was blowing up because people kept messaging me throughout the game, like, "Yo, what's up with your team? Yo, is your team gonna win this game? Yo, what's going on?" And
it was like close the entire game.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, after the game was over, I was like, oh, this team getting ready to be a problem. If we playing like this right now and we getting ready to go into the playoffs, this team getting ready to be a problem. And
real quick, I don't mean to interrupt you. So when they actually came up to the Super Bowl before they faced them, were you thinking to yourself, "Oh, this is in the bag," or what was you thinking?
No. So when the first team we played was Tampa Bay. I was like, that's in the bag. I was like, we beating Tampa Bay. That's easy. And then we went to Dallas, and I was concerned with Dallas because that year Dallas was a juggernaut.
That year, Dallas was literally second only to the New England.
And I would just like to remind y'all of something, okay? Because that team had a very, very high-powered offense.
Once again, bro, T.O. and Romo were very comparable to Randy Moss and Brady that year.
And the offensive coordinator of that team is the offensive coordinator of our team.
Can you say it louder for the people in the back?
I just want you to know that, okay? 2007, the Dallas Cowboys were a juggernaut. All right, they were the team to beat. It was supposed to be the Cowboys and the Patriots in the Super Bowl, with the Cowboys winning. By the way, just so you know, that's what everybody was saying. Everybody and their mama was saying that. And based off of what the Cowboys had done that year, it was believable because that Cowboys team was stacked and jacked. That offense was smashing everything. And the coordinator. It was Jason Garrett. It was our offensive coordinator now.
You know what's fun? That's the one year. He was the OC there for like, 4 or 5 years, but that was the one year he actually had full-on control. The other years, they kind of held him back a little bit. 2007, he had full control of everything.
He won coordinator of the year that year.
Exactly.
He won coordinator of the year that year. So, like...
And real quick, Nikki says, PTA, what's up, my guy? Love your content. She's showing love to you too, man.
And I love you back, Nikki. You know what, Nikki? I love you because there's a tiger in your picture. I love you because it's a tiger. It means it's a jungle cat. Wow. And I love you for it.
Legit. Anytime that's true though. Anytime I see the tiger, I automatically know who it is. It's a very memorable one. But back to the Cowboys.
So that game, I was like, this one's gonna be a little rough. But I wasn't like, we getting ready to get our heads blown off. I was like, all right, we're gonna have to play sound fundamental football to beat this team. And we did. And we barely beat them. Right? We barely beat them. That was the T.O., that's my quarterback, crying. All right? I know why T.O. was crying. I know why T.O. was crying. Because that was the year. That was it.
That was his last legitimate year of getting anything.
That was it. It was that year or it was nothing for T.O. Because that was no bullshit. And T.O.'s been on some really good teams. All right. T.O. played in a Super Bowl. All right. But that Cowboys team was better than the team that he played when he played in the Super Bowl. That Cowboys team was a juggernaut. I hated them. I hated watching them because they were so damn good.
And since
And I
you
was,
lived in the area, it was probably on the
it
local
was even
channels all the
worse for
time.
that. It was even worse for that.
Yeah.
Okay, we beat the Cowboys. We go on to Green Bay. That's Brett Favre right there. I gotta see this. This is Brett Favre.
What is that? The Ice Bowl? Is some relating to the call they call it? Yeah, Ice Bowl, right?
That's the Ice Bowl. Yeah, that's yeah. For Coughlin, frostbite on the face.
Thought they could pop his face.
Yeah, that game I was where I was kind of concerned, but I still felt good. Like I felt real good, man. I felt so.
I mean, you got to be feeling good coming off of the Cowboys win.
Yeah, I felt so good. Like, yo, we can beat the Cowboys. We can beat Green Bay. Let's do this. So I felt real good. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that like I wasn't like scared at moments in the game because I was. But after we beat them, I was like, the Patriots. You mean that team we played a couple weeks ago that we almost fucking beat? I'm here for this.
You were confident.
I was like, I think we can win this game. I'm not going to guarantee because, again, that's not something that I've never been that guy to guarantee anything. But I was like, I think we can beat this Patriots team. I think we got what it takes. And people got a misconception about that game and the other Super Bowl that we won. And everybody talks about how Eli Manning was.
People hate on the I just want to say real quick. People hate on the 2011 Giants. They say like they're the worst team to ever win the Super Bowl. I don't know why. Like I don't know why that ever comes up. But for some reason, people legitimately hate on the 2011 Giants.
Get the fuck out of here. You out of your goddamn mind. The Philadelphia Eagles are the worst team to win a fucking Super Bowl.
52?
Yeah. The fucking Philadelphia Eagles are the worst. That team was terrible. That team had no business being in the Super Bowl.
They had no business being in the playoffs, but
that team was terrible, yo. That team was not as good as the other teams in the playoffs. They just got lucky, yo.
They legitimately hit the lucky hot streak.
And I don't hate the Eagles, man. I know I'm a Giants fan. I'm supposed to hate the Eagles. I don't hate the Eagles. I don't say this from a place of hate. I'm just saying this to be realistic. That team was bad. It was a bad team. All right. So
you know how it was a bad team? Where have they been since?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Downhill like a mug.
I fully expect them to collapse. But yeah, continue. We can get into that later.
2007. That was the year where 2007, week 17. That's when I was like, something feel different.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that way right now. Not like going into the Super Bowl, but just something feels different here. And
like it's not out of the question that we probably do better than people think.
Yo, it's not out of the question. It's not out of the question that we're picking somewhere between 10 and 15. It's not out of the question.
That's where I expect us to pick. 10 and 15 is like the perfect range. Is where I think we're gonna end up.
It's not out of the question. I would not be surprised if we're gonna listen. We ain't gonna be picking in them 20s.
Nah.
we ain't gonna be picking in 1 through 9 neither. We might be picking somewhere between 10 and 15. We might be middle of the road. And you know what? I'll take middle of the road. There's other Giants fans that won't take middle of the road, right? Because they want us to win now. We live in this weird ass microwave culture. I want it hot right now. Well, guess what? We slow cooking this mug, all right?
And that's the right way to do it. Look at the Rams. They microwaved it. Rams ain't nowhere good right now.
The 49ers microwaved it. Truth be told, the 49ers microwaved it. Kansas City Chiefs microwaved it.
But hey, it's looking like it's working out for KC, though.
Every single legitimate Super Bowl contender slow cooked their team. There is no such thing as instant success in the NFL if you have not been slow cooking for a little bit. You have to. That's how you build a team. You got to build a team through multiple drafts because you need to have the foundation of your team. And then maybe you go get a couple of free agents, right, just to fill a couple of holes, right? But it's about drafting. So I'm sorry to all.
And I remember how you brought up earlier. You know, everybody always be crying over Dave Gettleman and their cereal. That's where I give Dave Gettleman credit with him not spending and not going the microwave route particularly this offseason when he had the money to do it. He slow cooked it with the free agents.
Right. Absolutely. 100%. Everybody needs to chill out, man. Our general manager is doing a great job, right?
He's a good GM, bro. Yeah. Find me another general manager that legitimately drafts as good as Dave Gettleman drafts. And I know free agency is a thing also, but hey, the first time he had money to spend, he did a good job with it this year. But find me another general manager that like drafts as good as Dave Gettleman did for the past 3 years.
I would just like to divert your attention to the Green Bay Packers because they just had a terrible.
They had the worst. The worst.
I would just like to divert your attention to them.
Yeah.
Look what they just did. This is a perennial playoff team, and they just had the worst draft I've seen in a long time. It's terrible. We could be there. Y'all want to be a perennial playoff team losing every year in the playoffs and then drafting bad. That's what y'all want to be? Or y'all want to be a team that builds a foundation of players that could be here for 10 to 15 years. That's how you make dynasties.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you do it.
And real quick, this caught my attention. Mr. Smurf, his separate account is back. He says BBS Senior in the house. It's official. It's official. BBS is the other thing, bro.
Yes. BBS. Yeah, yo, man. Hold on a second, man.
What happened? Are you taking a picture of it?
No, hell no. I'm getting ready to do. I'm just going. You keep talking, right?
I bet.
I'm just jumping on Twitter. I'm gonna do a little search here.
Shout out to Football Talk in the chat. He says, "Hi, how's it going? I just joined your fantasy league. Thank you. By the way, fantasy league. I have 2 of them running up right now. Anybody can join. I'll probably post the link in here. I have 1 PPR league and 1 non-PPR league. Let me refresh the pages and see how many spots are left, and I'll post the links in the chat right now. Open to anybody. So in the PPR league, I got 1, 2, 3 spots left, and in the non-PPR league, I got 5 spots left. So I'm gonna post the link for the PPR league into the chat right now. Let me just pull it up. Bam. By the way, PTA, if you play fantasy, I would love for you to hop into one of these leagues.
Easy, yeah, I got you. I'm in.
Bet.
Hey, okay, all right. I got a question for you, man, because
yeah.
I know KB is your sparring partner here, man.
What's up?
What's the chances he's gonna watch this stream?
The chances he's gonna watch this stream, I actually don't know because he'd be busy. He's actually like busy with work and stuff.
All right, good, because I just straight tweeted him and I just said BBS is in the house, so he's gonna see that and he's gonna be like,
he's like, what?
He's like, what is Pest talking about? BBS.
And I'm posting the non-PPR league link in there now. So Pest, you could actually click on one of these now and join if you're down, bro. The first link that I posted was PPR. The second link was non-PPR, whichever one you good with.
All right.
Bet. So
yeah. He's gonna reply. He's gonna be like, what's BBS? And my response to him, I'm just getting it right now. My response is gonna be like, and I'm gonna have like a point finger emoji. That's all I'm gonna tell him. BBS is in the house.
Man, when I see it on Twitter, I'm gonna be like, the one true BBS, man. By the way, Edward says Saquon has Tom Platt's legs. Ask PTA who Tom Platts is. He should know.
Tom Platts.
You should know according to him. And shout out to Kuzan in the chat and Giants Carbonator.
All right. First of all, can you put that back up from real quick?
For sure. Let me scroll back up real quick. Where in the world did it go? Yeah, here it is.
Okay. I got 2 questions. First question is, who the fuck is Tom Platts? Second question is, who the fuck is Edward Justin Indiana? Because I don't even know who you are either. You call
That's
me
Kid Blue's dad.
I don't even know who the hell you are. Who the hell are you? Telling me what
Bro,
I should
he's
what
the
I should
BBS. He's the BBS seed giver, man.
Oh, is that? Oh, shit. I sincerely apologize. I sincerely apologize, Mr. BBS Senior. Who's Tom Platts?
Let me pull that up. Let's see.
Platts? And
I don't know.
You're gonna pull it up and then
I'm gonna share a screen. I'm gonna share a screen of Tom Platts. He's a bodybuilder. Let me go here. Let me share a screen real quick.
Man, I don't know nothing about no bodybuilders, man. The only bodybuilder I know was like Arnold.
This is Tom Platts. That's a very buff dude.
Why like as a dude? I'm not.
Why as a dude? That's a good.
Yeah, like I'm not.
Can't disagree.
I'm not paying attention to these bodybuilders.
Except for Arnold. Arnold's a pretty good dude.
Arnold, because Arnold's a man. You said the first one was non-PPR and the second one was PPR?
Yeah. So, Edward Chan out here, he's bringing that little sprinkling of cautious optimism to us. He agrees that we're going to be good, but he brings up a lot of good points about why the Giants might not be so good. He says, we have a hard season today. I'm guessing he means this year. Shepard is a concussion away from retirement. As much as I hate to say it, I completely agree. I mean, the dude almost retired last season. Golden Tate, I don't know about that. I fully believe Golden Tate's going to have a great season for the Giants. And he said tight end is, huh?
He's not going to retire.
Yeah, he's not going to retire soon.
I want you to keep that one right there.
I bet.
You keep that one up because that right there is my biggest problem. That's
with the Giants right now.
Our damn tight end. All right. I really like what Evan Ingram brings to the table, but this dude is Mr. Glass, yo, and it pisses me off.
Mr. Glass, bones, and paper skin.
He's so talented, but this dude's always hurt, and it pisses me off. Like, dude, come on, man.
Don't draft Evan Ingram in the fantasy league now, PTA.
Oh, hell no. There is never a time that I'm drafting him because he's guaranteed to get hurt.
Exactly.
That would be like drafting Carson Wentz. Like, come on, we're not doing
like, how many games do you expect him to play this season, honestly? Because his rookie year, I think he played like 10. His sophomore year, he played like 7 or 8, and last year he played like 6. So it's literally been consistently going down since he entered the league. Do you think he finally stays, not healthy for the whole season? I think that's impossible at this point. But is he playing less games than last year or more games than last year?
If he plays 13 games, I'll be happy.
That's not happening. I'm sorry to burst you, but there's no way he's playing 13 games, bro. I'm sorry.
If he played 13, I'd be happy. I don't think he's going to. He's going to probably play more.
And you know what's sad?
13, I'll be like, cool.
You know what's sad? We were just talking about Jason Garrett and his offense. Evan Ingram's supposed to be a big part of that offense. He's supposed to be the number 1, number 2 guy if he could stay healthy, but that's not going to happen.
Yeah, no, because he always fucking hurt all the time. And it's just like, dude, come on, bro. What are you doing? When he's not hurt, he's dropping passes. Well, bro, what are you doing?
Yo, tell me why sometimes he looks like his hands are just for decoration when he's out on the field. Yo, he got bricks for hands.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it. And then it's like and then like, I don't like to slander Jerry Reese, right? But like, this is the guy that you choose to pick up. This guy. This is the guy you
could have had. Listen, I like Evan Ingram, but we could have had Ryan Ramczyk, the right tackle, right now one of the best right tackles in the league. He was still available. Can you imagine where we would be right now if we had Ryan Ramczyk? Because 2017, oh my God, terrible year, headed by the terrible offensive line.
Yeah, I don't know what him and Ross. I don't know. I don't know what they were doing. Like, I think that they were resting on their laurels, and I don't know if they were doing their due diligence, man. Because I don't know how you miss so much as a general manager in the draft. That's where you make your money. I'd rather have terrible free agency every year if it meant I had great draft every year. I'll take terrible free agency, right? But like, not bad drafts, man. Come on. Not bad. And I asked,
you talk about like what? That was like a good 4-year stretch where Jerry Reese just missed on players.
Bad. And it wasn't like oh, he missed on one player. He missed on
it was
like
consistently.
4.
It was consistent.
Players a year. Like, what is going on here? You know what I'm saying? And like I said this on my live stream yesterday, man. Like, I one of the things that I'm okay with, one of the reasons why I'm okay with this is with Dave Gettleman is because I just want you to think, okay, aside from Odell Beckham, when's the last player that we signed past their rookie contract? I'll wait. Exactly. That's my point. Exactly. Aside from Odell Beckham, we haven't signed anyone on a second-year contract. Now, here's my second question. Just one player, not Saquon, but one player that's on a rookie deal right now that you would lose your fucking mind if we didn't re-sign.
Well, does Daniel Jones count?
Okay.
Yeah.
Might lose your mind, but that's an easy one too. Daniel Jones.
All right, so I got you. Other than Daniel Jones, the rookie that's coming in right now, Andrew Thomas, Dexter Lawrence from last year. Dexter Lawrence taken 17th overall, better than the 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, by the way.
I'd lose my mind if we didn't sign Peppers to a second contract. I didn't lose my mind when Leonard Collins left, but I'd lose my mind. Like, you're not going to re-sign Peppers? I'd lose my mind about that one. Because I think Peppers is better than Collins.
Because Peppers can cover tight ends. He can actually cover tight ends.
Yes. So as a fan, if you're mad at Dave Gettleman, I don't know what the fuck to tell you, man, because I can't think of a player on the Giants when Jerry Reese was here that I was mad about that we didn't sign on a rookie contract. But what I can tell you is there was a lot of players that were on the Giants that got cut and went somewhere else, and I was mad as shit. Like
Yeah, I
Linval
like
Joseph.
the two players that come to mind for me are Romeo Okwara because he had a pretty good rookie season with the Giants. I wanted to keep him. They let him go. He went to Lions and he's pretty good there. And same dude that went to the Lions too, Devon Kennard. I thought he was an all right linebacker we could have kept.
Kennard, sure, Kennard's okay. But I mean, like, you think the names of like Linval Joseph, man.
Oh yes,
He went to
don't
the
bring up.
Vikings.
You know why I didn't say him? Because I literally had to erase from my mind that happened, bro.
Man, I was so mad. I was so mad when it happened. Like, what do you mean? Why are we not keeping him? He's so good. You don't want to keep him for real? Like that's the number one name that pops into my head of a player that we should have kept because he went somewhere else and he beasted. And I'm like, how do you let that guy leave? How?
Talk about letting guys leave. How do you let certain guys come here? Bobby Hart. How do you let Bobby Hart be the starting right tackle for the Giants offensive line, bro?
How you let Eric Flowers continue to be the fucking left tackle?
Tell me how does Washington, one of the worst organizations in the league from top to bottom, figure out that Flowers can work at guard, but when the Giants were under Reese, they couldn't figure that out?
Yo, the Washington football team saved Eric Flowers' fucking career.
Because he got a $30 million. You tell me 2 years ago that Eric Flowers is getting a $30 million deal. I'm saying you're crazy.
Listen. If you and I were sitting here, right, back then, and you said to me, hey, you know what, Pest? I think Eric Flowers will get a $30 million contract. I would end the fucking stream. I'd be like, I'm getting the fuck off of here. I'm never talking to this dude. I'd unsubscribe.
You'd be losing brain cells, bro.
Like, I'm not talking to you no more. This dude's crazy. He's out of his mind. And it's contagious. But the Washington football team saved this man's career. So you mean to tell me that there was nobody that was there that didn't look at Eric Flowers and said, this sloppy ass dude needs to work in a phone booth? Like, no one? For real? Because he was bad. He was bad on the outside.
And he was actually average as a guard.
He was okay.
Yeah, he was okay.
And here's the thing, because a lot of people chuckle. There's a guy in particular, but I'm not going to name names right now, that chuckles when I say this. But the NFL is about being average, yo. Like as a professional football player, it's about being average. Because you got to realize something, okay? About 80% of the league and when I say average, I'm talking about average from the standpoint of the highest level of football. All right. I'm not talking about being average in college. I'm talking about average at the highest level in football. Like 80% of the league is average, yo. 80%.
I mean, to support your statement about the NFL is about being average, look at Tannehill and what he got. He's average, but the being average worked, so he got what he got.
All you got to do is be average. All right. If you're average, you're gonna make some money. Now, if you're above average or you're elite, then you're gonna make a shitload of money. But you just have to be average, yo. That's it, because 80% of the National Football League is filled with players that are average at a professional level. Okay, they're not average like I'm just an average dude, right? I'm an average dude sitting here in my house, talking to the Hubs universe on YouTube. I'm an average dude. Okay, now their average and my average are two different fucking averages.
Their average is our like superhuman.
Yeah, their average is my elite as just a regular person. I'm an elite ass dude. All right, that's what their average is. But you hear that word average and you associate it with your average. Your average fucking sucks. Their average is pretty damn good, and that's all they have to do is be average.
Exactly. And since this comment is still up, a lot of people talk about Caden Smith. A lot of people excited about Caden Smith. I'm cautiously optimistic about Caden Smith. I like what I saw, but I got to see more. What about you?
Our tight end room, man.
Yo, this is where Freddie Kitchens is gonna have to make his money.
Yeah, I feel the same way about our tight end room as the way that I feel about our wide receiver room, man.
No, don't say that. The wide receiver room is actually it's better, bro. we got a solid starting three. Is the depth? Is the depth? I'll tell you, but at least we got a solid starting three at the wide receiver.
Listen. Having starters is nice, but you win by having depth, and we don't have that at those positions. Caden Smith looks like he could be good.
I just don't know. I really don't know about him.
Yeah, I mean, he's promising, but I mean, how many promising guys have you seen that just fall off the face of the earth, man? We've seen a lot of promising guys, man. Um, I don't feel great about our offense as a whole, right? I love what we.
Wow. I'm actually kind of the opposite. I'm gonna wait for you to finish because I'm actually kind of the opposite.
I love what we've done with the offensive line. I'm on board with our quarterback. I love our running back. I love one of our running backs. The rest of our running back room, I don't know. But like our offense is not making me making blood flow south. Like our offense in my world is not making blood flow south, man. The defense is making blood. It's a little bit of blood going south for the.
It's the exact opposite for me. Let me tell you, for the offense, especially, and a large part of it is because I'm excited to see what Jason Garrett can do with the offense because it's going to be run hard and then chuck the ball down the field at some point, kind of like Kevin Gilbride's old offense, and that's what gets me excited.
Mhm.
And it gets me excited because we got Saquon back healthy. We got an O-line that's going to be better than last year, but not at the beginning. They're going to struggle because of, the limited time that they got, but they're going to get better. And the foundation is there for them to be, really, really good in the future. So I'm excited about the O-line. Since we're going to run the offense through Saquon, and that's going to open up the pass to Darius Slayton and Sterling Shepard and Golden Tate, I really think that because it's going to be that chuck it down the field style offense and this is where the if comes in. If they stay healthy, it's a top 15 offense in the league, not top 10, top 15.
Okay.
The defense on the other end, for me, there's so many uncertainties on the defense. I don't know if I can get excited about it.
I'm gonna tell you why I'm excited about the defense. And I'm a little biased. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little biased. I'm excited about our defense because of our trenches, man. Our
defensive line is probably the strongest part.
You are not fucking running on this team right now. Like you're not running on this team, and we have depth. That's the thing, is that we had depth. Our interior defensive line, yeah, we have depth. Now our edge rushers, I mean, listen, I don't really know, but I'm not I'm not a sack numbers guy, right? I don't care about sacks. Sacks are cute. Sacks are nice. But I don't care about sacks because what I care about are pressures. I care about making quarterbacks feel uncomfortable in the pocket. If a quarterback feels uncomfortable in the pocket, then he will not be able to go through all of his progressions. He will rush and then he will make a mistake.
PTA, we don't have to discuss this right now because I don't necessarily. Oh, the echo's back, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah.
Stop it, Echo. Fuck out.
But yeah, so like I don't necessarily disagree with you, but because pressures are important. I 100% love pressures. But for the Giants, we need sacks because last year we were one of the leading teams in the amount of pressures we got, and they got us nowhere. We always consistently got pressure on the quarterback, but the quarterbacks we were playing just were not fazed by it because they know they're not getting hit. They know at the end of the day they're not getting hit, that so they're comfortable. You don't even have to be a good quarterback. You got to be Dak Prescott, who knows his offensive line is not going to give up against that pressure, and he's comfortable back here. He's not fazed by it. So for the Giants, we need sacks because the pressures don't cut it anymore because they know they're not getting hit.
I'm glad you said that. I'm so glad you said that.
Okay.
Because when we look at our team last year, first of all, throw the roster out take the roster, ball it up, throw it out the window. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Our scheme was fucking terrible. Scheme over team all day long in my world. Okay. Scheme is always over team. Our scheme was bad. Our defensive backs didn't know whether they were playing man or zone. Our linebacker play was terrible. And then we lost Ryan Connolly, who's my guy. I'm a Ryan Connolly stan. I want everybody to know it.
Ryan Connolly should be one of the starting MLBs this season.
So if Ryan Connolly becomes a god, I said so first because I've been standing for him from the jump.
Actually, Big Blue Seed been standing him for a while now, man. You might have competition there.
I I haven't even been YouTubing for a year. The birthday's coming up. I'm gonna do a birthday stream. I'm gonna try and see how many streamers I get on my birthday stream. But I was talking about Ryan Connolly like from the beginning.
Mhm.
From the very beginning, I was like, "Yo, Ryan Connolly, I like this Ryan Connolly kid. This kid looks like a monster." And then he got hurt, and it broke my damn heart. I'm
Because
a
he was
Ryan
balling.
Connolly stan.
The game he got hurt,
balling.
he was balling.
He was balling. And now, and honestly, now I feel like we got two Ryan Connollys. Because Blake Martinez is kind of a Ryan Connolly clone.
Thank you. You said that. You might be the first person to support Ryan Conley. I think I'm the first person to be like, yo, hold your horses on Blake Martinez, because he was not used the way he was supposed to be used in Green Bay, and I got a feeling that he's gonna be one of the better linebackers in the league this year. Because when he was with Graham in Green Bay, he had the best year pass coverage wise ever. They just stay using him as a cleanup guy, and he can do more.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, I should have said that the other way around. I think Ryan Connolly might be a Blake Martinez clone because Blake Martinez was here first. But I think we got two of the same type of player. From what I've seen, I think we got two of the same type of player. But our defensive backs were terrible. Okay. We had one usable safety and one safety that a Scarecrow would have played better than him. All right. Which hurts me, man, because like I was really excited about our safety duo. I was really excited about like, yo, this could be good. Like Bethea, I was all about Bethea. I was like, yo, I like Bethea. And then he just didn't play well. But like our scheme was terrible. So yeah, we was getting a lot of pressures, and getting pressures is important in my world. But if your defensive backs, if they're not playing well, if they're not where they need to be, you might as well not have pressure. But I personally think that we've got a pretty good defensive back group. I know DeAndre Baker.
I was about to say we need to get into that with Baker. I don't think he's going to play this season.
Yeah,
what about you?
I know DeAndre Baker is getting sized up for an orange jumpsuit, right? And we don't know if he's going to have to wear it or not, but they definitely measuring to see what size.
He probably already got the measurements done, bro.
So he's getting sized up for an orange jumpsuit. And I know that Sam Beal just opted out.
Sam Beal, the thing is, he wasn't even going to make the team probably.
I don't even care about Sam Beal because we ain't even really seen Sam Beal play. All right. He's found a reason to not play every single year.
He might as well have been opted out since he was a rookie.
I don't know if Sam Beal wants to play football. Just being honest. I don't know if Sam Beal wants to play football.
Yeah.
But I still feel good about what we have out there. I feel good about Bradbury. I feel good about Holmes. I feel like
man, do I love Darnay Holmes, bro.
Yeah. I feel Julian Love can come down there and play. I feel like Ballantyne can come out there and do a little something. All right. Like we still have some cornerbacks. Are they world beaters? No. But I think if used well, we'll be fine. And then now our safety duo is beast mode. Our safety duo is ridiculous.
I actually want to make it a safety trio because I want it to be a rotation of McKinney, Peppers, and Love. If we could do that, because Love is the best out of all of them when it comes to coverage.
You run a big nickel set, man. You run a big nickel. A big nickel is a nickel, but as opposed to having a slot corner, you bring a safety down and a safety plays in the box. So you bring Peppers down, he plays in the box. You have Love and McKinney up top.
That's what I'm expecting to see a lot of that next year.
I'm running that all day. That all day. And I know that Peppers can cover down there underneath, right? We're not asking him to necessarily play man because that's not what he does. He can do it, but he's not like fantastic at it. But that's fine. I want you to make sure that everything down here in this box stays in front of you, and then you unload on somebody. So I'm playing big nickel sets. I'm playing 3 safety sets, but I'm bringing a safety down into the box all day long. So, like, yeah.
And since we were talking about pressures, how happy are you that we got Marcus Golden? I'm so happy that we got Marcus Golden back. So,
you know what? I'm super cool with us having Marcus Golden back. I think that it was a steal, man. And
10 sack dude, $4 million.
And apparently, we paid 5 because we gave him a little extra something, for being awesome. When I was reading something and apparently Abrams was the master behind that.
Kevin Abrams?
Kevin Abrams was the mastermind behind that whole.
I don't know. I might have to check up on that, but I wouldn't be surprised. It's literally Kevin Abrams is basically the vice like general manager.
Apparently, he was behind that. I didn't even know it was a thing. So, like the fact that it worked out, I'm like, yo, damn, that's awesome. Whoa.
What's up?
Hey, BBS senior. He said, I thought Pest was in his late 40s. He competed with Arnold. My bad. Damn, do I seem that old? I mean, thanks for noticing that I'm fucking buff. I'm a football player, baby. Thanks for noticing that I'm fucking buff. You know what I'm saying? I hit the gym a little bit. I work out
a little bit.
I'm kind of old. I am kind of old though, but I'm not that old. Damn, late 40s. Put me at being 50.
That's basically 50.
Yeah, shit. I'm not
that old.
I still got a little bit of time left. Is somebody saying that is there an echo? Let me here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna back this up a little bit. Let me back my mic up a little bit because maybe it's catching the speaker.
Yeah. You were we were talking about pressure or something.
At this streaming thing, so I'm still getting my life together. I've only been doing streaming for a little bit. So I'm getting my life together. And I'm getting my setup here together because I'm a rookie, y'all. I haven't even been doing this a year. I'm a rookie. I'm still learning, still trying.
The best way, I know there's ways to avoid the echo without the headphones, but the best way is just with the headphones.
Yeah, I got to get a little converter so that I can plug my headphones into there. There's a couple other ways that I can do it, and I'm gonna figure that out.
But yeah, you were on Pressures and Golden and Kevin Abrams.
Yeah, so I'm super happy that we got Golden back. I think the Golden Facro combination is going to be good. And then you throw X-Man, O'Shane Zimenez.
How much time does he see? How much time you think he's seeing?
I mean, listen, you don't want any players to play. If you're playing like 900, almost 1,000 snaps, you're playing too much. All right, I would say a good season is about 850 snaps because that means you're getting a rotation. You keep people fresh. The Philadelphia Eagles had that down pat because that's one thing that I will give the Philadelphia Eagles. That Super Bowl winning Philadelphia Eagles, their defensive line had a rotation of monsters and they were just fresh all game long. But do you remember? We had JPP, we had Olivier Vernon, and they played like every snap of every game throughout the whole season. That's a bad thing. You don't want to do that, man.
You want to be like how it was JPP, Justin Tuck, OC, Strahan. Well, Strahan wasn't there with JPP, but you get the idea.
Yes, you want to have Matthias Kiwanuka. You want to have that rotation of players that are coming in. They're nice and fresh. Then they can go sip some Gatorade, take a couple snaps off, come back in if they need to.
And I think the Giants have that, at least on the interior defensive line.
Yes, 100%. But I honestly think that we can have that. We can have that with these edge rushers. Now, again, we are not going to have a guy that's going to get 15, 20 sacks. It's not going to happen. Not one guy. But that's okay, because if we can generate pressure, and our defensive backs can be where they need to be, just to knock the ball away. I don't care about.
And yo, Bradbury, you talk about knocking the ball away. Bradbury is like a mastermind of that, yo.
Exactly. So, like, I'm not concerned. That's why I feel okay about our defenses. I'm like, you know what? I think our offense is going to lose us more games than our defense will.
Wow, that's a very interesting way to look at it, because I'm like the exact opposite. I really do feel like the defense has a way to go, because the defense has a lot more newer pieces than the offense does. And what I'm worried about is them getting together and getting the scheme down pat and getting to know each other with the 2-3 weeks they have to actually do that. The offense, it's a lot less new than the defenses. That's what I'm worried about.
So you think we're going to be putting up a lot of points then?
I'm not saying we're going to be putting up a lot of pounds. No, that's not what I'm saying. But if we're going to lose games for like one particular part of the team, I think it would be the defense more than the offense.
Bro, if the offense ain't putting up points, then you ain't got a good offense. Like, that's the whole point of the offense, is to put up points. And
I'm not saying they're not going to put up points, but you said we're going to put up a lot. Now, I think we're going to put up in like that 21 to 28 range.
Well, okay, so this is what I think. I think we keep games close, and it's like, yo, if the Giants would have just scored on that one drive, we would have won that game. Like, I think that's what we're going to be saying. Like, yo, we would have just scored on that one drive. That last drive, if we could have just scored.
So what part of the offense you think is gonna fail them then? Is it the O line? Is it DJ still learning? Is it Saquon?
I think it's going to be a combination of. I think it's going to be a combination of our depth at skill positions, man.
Hmm.
Like I just think that God forbid, okay, yeah, we got three good
Yeah,
wide
knock
receivers.
on wood. I think I know what you're about to say. Knock on wood.
God forbid it happens, but we got three good wide receivers, and then what? Like they can't play every snap either. So then what? Who's gonna come in to spell these wide receivers? We need you need to have five. You need to have two average to above average. You have to have two average to above average wide receivers as starters, right? And then you need to have like three more wide receivers who are on the cusp of being average. They're like, if this is average, then they're like right here, and they need to be able to come in and get separation. You know what I'm
Are you
saying, and
saying
catch
that you
passes.
need that to win games, or you need that to be a good football team, which are two different things?
I mean, kind of both. I mean, you got to. I mean, if we don't have a good rotation of guys,
I'm sorry, I gotta put this up. Jaden Dawkins says PTA looks like Juju Smith-Schuster.
or Juju Smith Schuster looks like me because I'm older, but I mean, I wish I had his money. Nice. You know what I'm saying? That'd be nice as long as nobody's stealing my
Hey
bike.
man, we could use Juju.
Yeah, I take Juju. I take Juju. I just listen. I just think that okay. When we look back at the games or the seasons that we won the Super Bowl, we had wide receivers that were able to come in and make a play or two. Do we have that right now? Aside from our
I don't know.
starters, this is what I'm
Not
saying.
right now. Not right now. No. Aside from the stars, if we're looking at the depth, aside from the starters, we got Corey Coleman. Who knows if he could stay healthy? Cody Core, who's really there for special teams. Really, the wild card is going to lay in the guys that are competing for those spots, which are the undrafted guys: Ben Victor, Austin Mack, the
Exactly.
speedster from LSU, the guy with like 4.2 speed. Those guys.
Exactly. And that's the point I'm trying to make is that like aside from our starters, who's going to make a play? I can't think of anybody. I can't think of somebody that's going to make a play. I could be wrong. Listen again. I said this at the beginning. I'm not the be all end all to football. If I was, I'd be making way more money than I am,
Mm.
right? And my house would be way bigger than the house I have right now. I'm not saying that what I'm saying is correct. I'm just giving you what my opinion is, and I think our weakness is on the offensive side of the ball, not so much on our defense side
And
of
I
the ball.
100% back that too. I would be happy if I'm wrong about the defense. If I'm wrong about the defense, that means the defense is actually good, and
Yeah,
I'll take that.
yeah. I think we're going to be great against the run. I think that we're going to play a lot of press man coverage. Uh, uh,
Here's something for you, because you said that we might do a lot of big nickel, which was basically that safety trio I was talking about. Do you think we're gonna run a lot of 4-3, sets, because Patrick Graham loves to do that, but also putting Leonard Williams and Dexter Lawrence out on the edge as a 4-3 rushers? Do you think that's gonna happen quite a bit? Because that might be exciting.
Yo, Graham is a guy that you can't even call what he's going to do, man. He could do anything. So like, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he's running 4-3, 4-4-6, if he's running a big nickel, if he's running some kind of crazy ass six defensive back four man. I listen. This dude likes to do a lot of different stuff, man. I remember watching an interview for him, and in the video, it was like it basically was like they were asking him, "Hey, do you like to run 3-4 or 4-3?" And his answer was yes.
I know exactly what you're talking about. That was like the first interview he did as the official Giants defensive coordinator. That was
Yes.
like word for word what he said.
So like, who knows what this dude's going to do? I can't even call it.
BBS Senior says, "Is the knowledge that makes you look older."
Oh well, thank you, sir. Listen, I'm older. I'm older. All right. I was born in the '80s. All right. I've been here for a while. I've seen every New York Giants Super Bowl, even the one that I pretend
You don't
didn't.
remember that well?
Yeah, the one that I don't remember that well. Yeah, I've been around the block. I've been around for a while.
Edward Chan says, "I'm split between PTA on the hub. There's still holes on our offense. Don't know why I haven't subbed to PTA earlier because he just subbed to you. By the way, guys, his link is down in the description. Go over there and sub him up. And shout out. What were you saying, bro? My bad.
No, I said I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
And shout out to Charles Deo in the chat as well. This is an interesting thing. Football Talk says I think it would work if we put McKinney and Peppers at linebacker sometimes. Peppers for sure. McKinney maybe. He did do that a bit at Alabama.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, so essentially what you're talking about is a joker. Which I can totally see us using them as jokers. Love will never play Joker.
He doesn't have the frame or anything like that to match it. Yeah,
he's a little too light in the ass to be a Joker. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see McKinney or Peppers playing Joker. Absolutely. Yeah. Don't be surprised. It's gonna happen.
It's for sure gonna happen, man. It's gonna happen. I think we might even see McKinney blitzing now a little bit more than Peppers, just because people are gonna expect Peppers to come down and they don't realize that McKinney can do it as well.
Please give me some safety blitz. Please.
I 100% expect it, man.
Please give me some safety. Give me double safety blitz. I'm here for
Hey, that's putting out a risk. Double safety blitzes.
I get it.
Leaving yourself open a little bit.
Give me all of the blitz. I'll take it. I'm down with it. Give it.
Okay.
Do it. What do we have to lose? Like what do we have to
games.
Lose?
That's what we have to lose.
Game schmames, whatever. Throw the kitchen sink at him. Let's see what works.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Charles Dale. Hey, what's up, Charles? Hey, man. Charles was in my live stream last night, man. I appreciate you being here, Charles. What's up?
Yeah, for some reason, I just noticed the StreamYard StreamYard has its own comment section. That's how I'm able to show you guys' comments. Absolutely. Yeah, it's delayed. I have YouTube pull up on the side here. I can't, so I'll just look at the YouTube comment right now. Charles says it normally takes 4 games for a team to settle into a new system with no preseason. The defense will struggle early. Both sides of the ball is going to struggle early, Charles. I think we already covered that a little bit.
Mm-hmm. We did.
Yeah.
100%. You're correct, Charles. It's going to be sloppy. It's going to be sloppy as hell, and we're going to be yelling at the TV.
Bro, we're going to run. I think we're going to run Saquon into the ground the first 4 games, man.
And we should. Because everything else is going to be but again, I feel like Joe Judge is a guy that's all about fundamentals. I think Joe Judge is a guy that's about discipline. I think Joe Judge is a guy that's thinking situationally. So I'm pretty sure he's already got a plan. Like, all right, we don't have preseason. We got to make sure that we're fundamentally sound come week 1. So he's got a plan. I'm sure he does.
Mm-hmm.
We'll figure out what it is.
And speaking of Saquon, what are you expecting from him his 3rd year in the league, man? This is by far, I think, the best offensive line he's had since he's been on the Giants. That's not saying much. It's not exactly hard to be better than the last 2 offensive lines, but nevertheless, it's still the best one, and it's the more run-friendly scheme that he's been in. What are you expecting for Saquon?
Saquon better have the rushing record. He better have the rushing title. He better be the best running back in the damn league.
He's the best running back in the league right now, man.
Well, he better, from a stat standpoint, he better be the best running back in the league. That's what I expect, because this offensive line is nasty right now. Okay, and I know we haven't seen him play. All right, I was an Andrew Thomas stan.
Me too, bro. Straight up. Since we won that game against Washington and we lost the Chase Young ball, in that I made the video that I made after that, I was literally like, all right, let's go out and get Andrew Thomas, because it was those 2 guys.
He's the best. He's in my opinion, he's the best tackle in the draft.
And I agree with you, bro. That's a fact. That's not an opinion.
Period. He's the best tackle in the draft, and I was totally okay with losing that on Chase Young. I don't give a shit about a Chase Young. All right,
Andrew Thomas. Yo, you heard it here first. He's gonna pancake Chase Young once this year.
He pancaked Chase Young in college all the time. We sitting here acting like he didn't do it.
People don't realize he took care of Chase Young. He took care of Josh Allen, the guys that people got mad about that we didn't take last year, and when we took Daniel Jones, he took care of that dude out of Notre Dame, the Oak Warrior brother out of Notre Dame. Yeah. This guy is legit.
Yeah, he's legit. I was all about it. Our offensive line is going to be really, really, really nasty.
But who's going to be at right tackle though? That's the question right now. And who are you confident in to be at right tackle?
So, I mean, we only got 2 options right now. It's going to be oh my God, why am I brain farting his name?
You think about the veteran, or you're thinking about Cam Fleming?
Fleming, thank you. Good, got him. Brain farting. It's late. So. Listen, there's a competition between Cam Fleming and Pert. Pert's not ready. Okay,
Pert, in
but
my
Pert's
opinion, Pert shouldn't
nasty.
start until like yo. I'm glad you said that.
Pert's
I
gonna be
think that
nasty.
Matt Pert can be better than Mekhi Becton, who a lot of people had as one of the best.
Pert's gonna
Pert,
be
he's gonna be one of the best offensive line in the league, but not right now. I don't think he's ready to start right now.
Pert gonna be nasty. Pert needs to be a little more angry. Pert is from a football mentality, not from a physical standpoint, but from a football mentality. From what I see, he's a little light in his ass, and he's too damn big to not be trying to murder people on a football field. Now, do you like Coach Chaos?
Spence, yeah.
Okay, I am Coach Chaos. I am the Coach Chaos of the New York Giants YouTube community. All right, because I am a guy that wants my players to go out there and kill someone. So when I won that ring I showed you, right? Our
Mhm.
slogan, and it wasn't my slogan, it was our head coach's slogan. But with the first time he said it, I went up to him and I was like, "Yo, that's our fucking slogan. If they die, they fucking die." That was our slogan. It said it on our t-shirts. If they die, they effing die.
Mhm.
And that's the mentality I want you to have as a football player. I want you to go out there and I want you to murder someone. I want you to knock someone's helmet off. And then when they go to pick the helmet up, the person's head is still in the helmet. Okay? That is the mentality you need to have when you get out on a football field, because this is a gladiator sport. All right? This is a sport where two people,
It's a blood sport.
you are battling it out to see who can move who. Who can stop someone from moving, or who can move someone out the way? That is all football is. Okay? Yes, you're going to get somebody that's going to throw the ball. You're going to get somebody that's going to catch the ball. But somebody's got to stop that person from throwing the ball or stop that person from catching the ball. And it all boils down to if one man can stop another man from moving or move said man from where he wants to go. That's it.
You know what the mentality Matt Pert needs to have? He needs to have the mentality of Shane Lemieux, the guard we took. Because Shane Lemieux says he's happiest when he could move somebody to somewhere they don't want to be and he can push them flat on their butt. He says
Yes.
he's, as an offensive lineman, that's what he wants to do. He wants to impose his will on the
Yes.
opposing defensive player. That's the mentality Pert needs to have.
Yes, and maybe it's because I cut my teeth as a football player playing defensive line my whole damn life, and so I'm lining up against people who want to do that to me. Like the guy that I'm lined up against wants to knock me on my ass, and then he wants to stand over me and breathe heavy as he looks at me. That's what he wants to do, and I'll be damned if you're going to do that to me. So I'm going to get you off me, and I'm going to go knock your quarterback out. Like, or I'm going to go and I'm going to hit your running back. Like that's what I want to do. So Pert needs to have that mentality. He gets that mentality.
But we both agree he's not ready yet.
No. And that's why I think Cam Fleming is kind of penciled in as a starter, because I think that Nick Gates is someone that may move the center.
Really? See, now we've
It's
all heard the
between Gates
reports,
and
but I
Lemieux.
haven't seen anything, man. I haven't
It's
seen
between
anything that makes me say he could play center.
you follow Bobby Skinner and Justin Pinnock. They do
I think I follow Justin. I don't know about Bobby.
so Bobby Skinner Bobby Skinner's a maniac. So Bobby Skinner did a message and he added Nick Gates and said, if you've been snapping, like this video, and like 6 hours later, Nick Gates not like this tweet, and about 6 hours later, Nick Gates liked the tweet. So he's been working on it, and Bobby Skinner did that. That was in like February or March, something like that. So he could be the center. Lemieux could be the center. Spencer Pulley, get him the fuck out of here.
You know what I think is gonna happen? I think because of preparation time, the veterans are gonna get the first crack, but then like the actual stars are gonna come in a little bit later. Like I think Pulley's probably gonna start like the first 3 weeks or so, and then whoever it is gonna come in after. Cam Fleming, I think he's probably gonna last maybe 5 weeks, and that's about it before Nick Gates or maybe they put Matt Pert in early comes in. I don't think Cam Fleming's gonna be there for the whole season.
I just don't know if Pert.
Listen, I want to make it clear. The earliest I want Matt Pert to start is week 12.
Yeah, like put him in. Yeah, Pert is our guy next year.
Exactly.
Next year, he's not our guy this year.
That's why for me it's like
he doesn't have the ability. I just don't think he's our guy this year.
He's a project. I think he's a project tackle with the potential to be one of the best in the league.
Right.
But if this for me, if this offensive line is gonna work, Spencer Pulley starts like the first 3 or 4 weeks, and then Shane Lemieux comes in because Cam Fleming is gonna start like the first 4 or 5 weeks, and then Nick Gates comes in, and then next year maybe it's gonna switch around, but next year it's gonna be Matt Pert at right tackle and whoever it is at center.
Yeah, we got to figure this center thing out. But back to the original point of Saquon. I think that Saquon is going to he has to be the rushing leader. He has to. He's going to have a good line, and they're going to scheme this whole offense around him. He has to be the rushing leader, and if he's not the rushing leader, he better be number 2, like a super close second. Because if he's anything,
what is it going to take for Saquon to be in the MVP conversation?
Like,
is it going to be rushing leader and then like we're a winning team? Is that it?
No, but if Saquon has like 12 to 1,300 rushing yards with like 8 touchdowns, and then you throw another 600-700 yards in the air with another like 6-7 touchdowns, I think he'd be in the conversation. He's gonna have to be.
We have to be a winning team though, right? Because that's the way the MVP award works in the NFL.
That's not the way the MVP works. But if we're saying winning the MVP, yeah, the Giants have to be a winning team. But if we're saying in the conversation, I don't think the Giants have to be a winning team. I think Saquon just has to ball the fuck out. And listen, this Saquon ball we talking about, like this dude can ball out.
If there's one thing, I said this last stream too, last night when I was showing, I was like, if there's one certainty I have is that Saquon's gonna ball out this year. That's the one certainty I have with the team.
He's gonna ball out. He's gonna ball out.
He's like more motivated than ever.
Yeah. Did you see the interview that he did with old girl from Good Morning Football? I can't remember what her name
was. Was it a recent one?
This was.
I haven't seen a Saquon interview in a minute. I'll keep it real.
There was a Saquon interview. I can't remember what the girl's name is because I don't remember people's names because I'm terrible at that. But I just remember the girl from Good Morning Football because she fine.
Yes, I know who you're talking about. The name is slipping my mind right now too.
But she asked him like how he felt about the season that ended. She asked him how he felt about the season, and he was like, honestly, it's kind of one of my favorite seasons. I remember it was early in the year because the world had just started going crazy and they were split screened. But he was like, honestly, this was one of my favorite seasons I've ever had, and you could see the confusion in her face when he said that. She's like, huh? And he's like, I had a game where I only had 1 yard.
Yeah, that was against the Jets.
Yeah, I got hurt. I had to come back from getting hurt. I didn't put up the numbers that I wanted to, and it just kind of refocused me and remotivated me. And I was just like, God dang, this dude's getting ready to be an animal. Because if his favorite season is the worst season he's ever had as an adult playing football, then that means that he's getting ready to come back and he's getting ready to ball out.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the mindset, yo. That's that Mamba mentality, man. Like, yo.
Oh yeah, Saquon that's not even something we can speculate on. He's been said for a long time now. One of his greatest idols was always Kobe in the Mamba mentality.
That's that Mamba mentality. I gotta get better. I'm not the best yet. I gotta keep working. I gotta keep grinding. I gotta keep getting out here and doing what I need to do. So like I don't have a doubt in my mind that Saquon is not gonna ball out. The question is how much is he gonna ball out? He's gonna have some games that we're going to go, oh, Saquon, man, stop dancing in the hole. And then we're going to have some games where we're like, yo, Saquon is the best dude on the planet. This is what's going to happen.
100%. So the last question I want to close off tonight with, something I closed off my last live stream with, very interesting one. Who do you think, because by now in a regular offseason would have already happened, but who do you think going to be the captains of the Giants team this year, offense and defense?
Yeah. Let's see. Offensively,
Saquon is a shoo-in. I think we both know that.
Yeah, I was gonna say Saquon, Daniel. What do they do? They do.
I would say if you're going Saquon, Daniel,
3 on defense, and then like 2 on special teams, right?
Yeah. If you're going Saquon, Daniel, then in my opinion, I would put Kevin Zeitler in there as a captain as well.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say Saquon, Daniel, and then either Will or Zeitler. Those are your offensive captains. On defense, I think it's going to.
Oh wait, before you go there, what's the chance of maybe Golden Tate getting the captain?
No. I don't make Golden Tate the captain. No, I don't think so. That's just my opinion. I just don't think so.
Fine.
I don't like Golden Tate. I just don't think he's the guy that's the captain.
Hmm.
Um,
Defense.
Defense. Peppers. Blake Martinez is going to probably be captain, and then
You would take Peppers over Bradbury as a captain?
see, that was the thing. I just thought about Bradbury, and I was like, well, shit. I don't want to make two DBs the captains.
I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah,
Um,
I think they might go defensive line, linebacker, and then secondary. And
yeah.
defensive
So
line, you got a couple candidates. You got like Dalvin Thomason might be a
oh,
candidate.
there is no couple cameras. It's Dalvin Thompson.
Is Dalvin Thomason? Okay.
Dalvin Thompson. He's the leader. You can tell. You can tell, but if you listen to him, like he did his thing today, and the way he was talking, I was like, damn, this dude sounds like a leader. So it's making me eat my words because I made a comment when I did my trenches preview, and I said that Dalvin Thompson might be replaceable, and that made me.
I can't believe you actually said that. Why in the world would you say that? Dalvin Thompson's one of the best players on our defense.
Because I think that what Dalvin Thompson brings to the table, somebody else coming out of college could probably bring to the table. I'm not saying that like
They could bring it, but not at the level that he's bringing it right now.
yeah. So I kind of look like a dumbass for saying that because now I'm looking at Thompson and I'm like, yo, this dude looks like he might be our leader, in in the trenches. Damn. Bradbury or Peppers. See, the thing is that
Bradbury has that experience over Peppers, but Peppers has just being there before him over him.
well, yeah, and Peppers has
Peppers is very vocal. I was about to say that too. Like Peppers he's vocal. He's been just like DJ has. Peppers has been organizing workouts.
I'm gonna go with Peppers. Peppers, Blake Martinez, Thomason. That's my defense. And then special teams. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, I was about to say that's why I actually didn't ask about special teams because I'm like I don't.
Well, because you gotta have. I mean, because
we don't even have the starting kicker yet.
Yeah, we don't have a kicker. Who the hell are our
punters? It's gonna be whoever the starting kicker is and the long snapper, the guy we signed, Casey Crater. He was a Pro Bowl long snapper, so he's gonna be that.
Yeah. Crater's gonna be one, and then see, I don't know if it's gonna be the kicker or the punter.
So if it's not the kicker or the punter, it might be that guy that we signed that Joe Judge loves, Nate Ebner, the safety, the special team safety. Yeah,
it's gonna be Ebner, and the long snapper. That's who's gonna be Ebner.
Yeah. That will be a pretty sweet lineup on the captains. We're gonna end it right here, guys. Went for about an hour 30. Thank you to everybody for tuning into the stream. A couple last-minute announcements. I posted in the chat somewhere here. You could scroll up a PPR link to my fantasy football league. Tomorrow is the draft, actually. I'm going to be live streaming the draft tomorrow for both of them. And a non-PPR link. Go into the links down below. I have Pestilence's Twitter and then Pest the Analyst on YouTube. Same people. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it confused.
They're both me.
Yeah. PCA, any last words before we go off?
Hey, first and foremost, thank you, Noname, for having me on, man. I'm a big fan of your work, man. I love what you guys do. I'm gonna have to bust your asses in some Madden.
Bro, listen, somebody commented on Madden right now. Charles Dale, how are you gonna respond to this? I like Pest, but he's brainwashed by EA.
Okay, hey, Noname, I'm gonna have to link my live stream because half of my live stream was about Mutt and EA and Madden and the fact that like I don't think that we should be so mad at the Mutt jocks. W likes to call people like me CFM nerds. I'm a CFM nerd, and so I talk about Madden sometimes because I love Madden, man. I play the shit out of Madden. I run a connected franchise league. I'm always involved with Madden. And I'm going to be Twitch streaming it soon when I get my Twitch stream set up, all the stuff set up or whatever. I'm going to be Twitch streaming Madden.
So I mean, if you have a link, you could post it in the chat right now.
My Twitch is not set up.
Okay then.
Yeah, I do not have Twitch set up. I do have a Twitch channel. It is PTA Sports. You can search it, but you're going to find a couple of videos of me playing Madden. You'll see me get scumbagged out of a game earlier today that I played. I got straight scumbag by this dude, and then I called him out on it. And then
there's the link I just posted in the chat of PTA's YouTube channel. Nikki out here using, guys, the memberships are now available. Another announcement. She's using one of the official member emojis, the Giants helmets. I don't know if you guys could see it, but it's right there, the 4 Giants helmets. And also PTA, listen, man, I'm gonna plug something real quick. I low-key want your opinion. The merch. I don't know if you see my merch, bro, but Y'all not out here if you're not buying the official
So,
merch. PTA says he was a WWE fan. I know you recognize this, bro.
yeah, no, I saw the merch and I was like, oh man, that hub
I,
shirt's dope.
I know you recognize
Yeah,
this.
of course I do. Of course I do. Yeah, I
We
saw that. I was like, yo, that hub shirt's dope.
we got that. We got the year since it's basically like my phrase. You know what I'm saying? Got it in all different colors. Guys, go out into the website, teespring.com. The link is in the description. This is one of my other favorite ones. The future design, it says the future of the franchise on the back. I got Go Quan, Danny Dimes, The Slayer, and Young Shep. You know, I'll be honest, I don't know what Shepard's nickname is. I found
Young,
somewhere
young
online it
chef,
was Young Shep. So
young chef.
yeah, I was just like, all right, that's what it is. And then we got the H block design. So you know what I'm saying, bros? I don't just slap my logo onto it and call it merch. I have to design something for y'all.
Yeah, yo, I've been peeping the merch. The merch is dope, man. I'm gonna cop some of that actually. I'm gonna
Oh,
cop
bet. Thank you.
I'm gonna
Listen,
cop that black NWO. Yeah, I'm gonna cop that one. That one's dope.
I'll slide you a free shipping link. No, let me know when, bro.
Okay, for sure. I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate that. So yeah, man, I really appreciate, man, you letting me come on, man, and talk. I'm still a youngin in the YouTube game, so I'm just trying to give you guys some entertaining stuff. I'm gonna give you a fair warning, man. You come on my channel and you talk crazy, I'm gonna talk crazy back because I don't run from no one.
Listen, man,
I
if
fear
you ever
brothers.
want to have me on for one of your Wednesdays, nah, I do my show on Wednesdays. But any other time, I got you, man.
Yo, you already, yeah, you're there. You're already there.
But
My Wednesday live streams, man. I'm there for the smoke, and I don't give a shit if there's 100 people in there or one person in there. I'm gonna talk for about an hour to an hour and a half. I'll go 2 hours if I'm feeling good. But I really appreciate the opportunity to come here and kind of get a little bit of exposure. Hey, everybody that's in here, man, come check my workout, man. If you like what you see, then maybe you give me a subscribe. Please hit me up in the comment section. Tell me what you want me to talk about because it's my channel is not my channel. And I always say that it's not my channel, it's our channel. It
mhm.
belongs to all of us, even to the other YouTubers. My channel is everybody's channel. I'm a firm believer in the community. So again, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it, and I'm gonna bust that ass.
No problem, man. But that's been it for this stream, man. PTA, thank you once again. And we're out, guys. Thank you to you guys.
Deuces.